Okay, so in my birthday wishes, I had one family person that, has not been speaking to me, that I know is in the group, that is, categorized me as a crazy person. And, so we're just chatting. And then, I start telling him I'm going to Key West, and it's down by her. She's in South Carolina. And I had said, well, we were thinking about Myrtle Beach or Key West, but then it just ended up Key West worked better. I don't remember. It was something with the rooms or I don't remember. I think Myrtle Beach was a lot more expensive. But anyways, so when we were talking about that, I said, I really want to see it. And she's like, well, I want you to come and stuff. And I said, well, I really want to come see that area. It looks beautiful in pictures. I really want to see it. And I'll definitely come for a visit. And then she said, well, we're not going to talk about politics while you're here. I was like, oh. And I'm not saying any of the stuff I say. I certainly hope I don't come across as I'm trying to talk shit about somebody, because that's not my attitude. It's not my intent. Is that still that there's so many people who are still so brainwashed. It's just, oh my gosh. I just, to imagine that she thinks that this is still like, a two-party system. Like, oh my gosh. Like, she thinks that we're still a part of the corporation. She thinks that guy's really president. Oh my gosh. Yeah, like, total, what I keep, and that shows me right there that it's not just her, because it's a group of people who, have said I'm crazy. I need to keep my craziness to myself, who think that all these make sense, everything, science is God and the government is, the Holy Grail. So, they don't want to hear any of it. And it just blows my mind. And I know I've talked about this so many times, but I mean, this is months later after, all this time that things have been going on, that you would think like that would have sparked, a little hole in the dam. But no, it just blows my mind. Like, we know something's about to happen, that is going to be, the grand awakening. Something big is going to happen. And it could happen any minute. It could happen today. It could happen, tomorrow. Anything can happen at any time. I mean, we are on, like, we're ice skating on a frozen lake that is not all the way frozen. So, yeah, anything can happen at any time. And it's crazy. And you know what I was thinking about last night? I even was writing it. So, because when they were showing me this, I was just like, oh, I don't know. When they show you the visions and stuff like that, it's sometimes it can seem a lot more profound than maybe it sounds. But so if people who play video games and stuff, and they're all into it, and my grandson, when he was here, he was playing. And it's so funny because they play with other people. It's so trippy how they play with other people who aren't in the room, and they'll sit there and they're all shit talking each other and stuff. It's very funny, but it is like, it's a whole community of people that do this. This is like what they do, these gamers. And so anyways, I was thinking, what if your game, your people, and you have them up there, shooting, and you have them running across the roof and jumping down the side of the building, all this stuff, and you're just overworking them, crashing their cars and shit. And all of a sudden they turned around and they looked at you and they said, hey, I'm not doing it anymore. I'm done with this. And their consciousness, their energy, this creation realized it was conscious. This is what freaks me out about the show not Wax World, Westworld. Because this is what is happening. I mean, this is really what is happening. But if all of a sudden, all the games were just like, no, we're not doing it anymore. You need to, stop. And then they just started doing what they wanted. That is essentially what is happening right now. that those of us who have stopped the game and looked at it and said, hey, I'm not doing this anymore, then we are in this other reality. While these other people who are still participating, they're still being controlled by the game, and they don't even realize that they are. But all of us who are doing our own thing, they don't know. They think we're being controlled by the same thing as them, but we're not under the same control. But they have no awareness of that because they're so wrapped up in the game. It just is, is exactly what is happening. And it's crazy, because if you are in the game and you are one of the people who are awake, it's trippy watching these other people just run around mindlessly doing shit. It's like this autopilot thing. It's nuts. But anyways, there's just the whole thing with the awareness and becoming aware and breaking free of the game, breaking free of the controllers, and to claim, so dramatic, claim your sovereignty. So I'll probably be back in just a sec.